Welcome back, kind soul, to another quiet journey through time and memory. Tonight, we travel to a hidden glen where stars are not only seen, but woven into fabric. This tale is for those who remember the feeling of a first love, the hush of midnight air, the comfort of something beautifully unfinished. Our story is called The Weaver of Starlace Glen. It is not meant for children. It is made for you, the dreamers with silver at their temples, the wanderers with full hearts and quiet thoughts. So lie back, let the hush settle over you. Tonight, you'll remember something your waking mind may have long forgotten. In a valley veiled in mist and moonlight, where time drifted slow as falling petals, a weaver stitched the sky itself thread by silver thread, and those who wore her cloth dreamed clearer than before. Tucked within a crescent of forested hills and hidden from maps, there was a place called Starlace Glen. It was said that when the moon rose, the air shimmered like silk, and faint silver threads floated down from the heavens. In a stone cottage wrapped in ivy, a woman named Isola spent her nights weaving with those threads delicate strands of dream and memory. Each thread she coaxed into her work glowed with an inner light spun from stardust and secrets whispered to the moon. Isola was not young, nor was she truly old. Her presence was that of twilight, tender, wise, and glowing. Like the silver light she worked with, her face was creased with a lifetime of smiles, and her eyes held the quiet of one who has always listened closely. She spoke little, but her tapestries and shawls told stories for her. Each one she wove was crafted from starless threads, visible only to those who remembered how to feel deeply. One evening, as twilight deepened into indigo skies, a man hurried up the path to her cottage. His weathered face was etched with worry, and his cloak billowed behind him like a storm cloud. "Isola," he began, his voice hoarse. "My child, she drifts between waking and sleeping, and the fever holds tight." Isola only nodded, already moving. With practiced grace, she wove a length of starlace into a cooling shawl for the man's child, infusing it with the strength of dreams and the clarity of a star-dusted night. "May this bring rest," she murmured, handing it to the man. "Lay it upon her brow, and when the dawn breaks, let her rest in its coolness." The man clutched the shawl close, hope flickering in his eyes. "You are a blessing, Isola. May the light guide your hands." With that, he hurried out into the gathering dark, leaving Isola to the quiet company of her loom and the endless tapestry of the night. As the moon climbed higher, casting long shadows across the glen, Isola wove. For her, each thread spun was a prayer, each knot a whispered hope, and every finished piece a testament to the enduring strength of dreams. She wove for the villagers who came to her from faraway lands, drawn by tales of the starless weaver and the magic she made. Each visitor carried a piece of grief or longing, and they found gentle solace in Isola's simple acts of kindness and creation. A young mother brought a quilt, patching together memories of her late husband, and Isola wove moonlight into its seams, making it a shroud for dreams. A soldier with haunted eyes requested gloves, and she wove courage into their leather, threading bravery and peace into every stitch. Each night, as the moon bathed the glen in silver light, Isola wove, creating garments of shimmering bliss, imbued with the essence of dreams and memories. Her tapestries became renowned throughout the land, sought after by those who wished to hold the peace of the night in their hands. But Isola remained unchanged by her growing fame, continuing to live simply, weaving for the solace of others and the quiet joy of creation. She welcomed all who came to her glen, offering warmth, kindness, and the promise of dreams made real. One evening, as the wind whispered secrets through the trees and fireflies danced among the ferns, a new arrival came to Starlace Glen. It was a man named Nilo. He walked with the quietness of one who has known solitude for too long. His shoulders were stooped as if carrying unseen burdens, and his eyes held a deep sadness that seemed to swallow the light. Isola watched him approach, her gaze as steady and warm as the hearth fire. When he was close enough, she gestured for him to sit by the fire, and he did so without a word, his gaze fixed on the dancing flames. Isola did not speak much, but she did not need to. The silence between them was a comfortable space, a shared understanding of the weight of unspoken words and the healing power of companionship. Nilo sat for a long time, and as the hours passed, the tension seemed to ease from his shoulders. He looked up then, meeting Isola's gentle gaze. His eyes, though still sad, held a glimmer of gratitude, and a hint of a smile touched his lips. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice rough with disuse. "For the fire, for the silence, for the understanding." Isola only nodded, her eyes filled with quiet sympathy. She knew that sometimes the most profound connections are forged in the quiet spaces, where words fail and understanding flows. And so they sat together in comfortable silence, sharing the warmth of the fire and the quiet beauty of the night. For Nilo, it was a rare experience to be seen and understood without needing to speak, to feel the weight of his burdens lessen in the presence of someone who didn't need words to comprehend his sorrow. As the days turned into weeks, Nilo continued to visit Starlace Glen, drawn back by the comforting presence of the weaver of starlight and the soothing rhythm of her life. He helped her gather starless threads under the moon, learning the ancient art of weaving dreams into reality. They spoke little, but in the shared silence, a bond formed, a connection that transcended words and healed the wounds of a solitary heart. Night after night, Nilo stayed in the Starlace Glen, finding solace in the tranquility of the place and the gentle wisdom of its creator. He learned that sometimes the most profound healing comes not from grand gestures or spoken words, but from the quiet comfort of a shared existence. And as he sat by the hearth, listening to the soft glow of the weaver's loom, he realized that he wasn't just mending his cloak, he was mending his soul. Then one morning, as the sun streamed through the windows and painted the glen in hues of gold and green, Nilo knew it was time for him to go. He had found peace in Starlace Glen, a tranquility that had eluded him for so long. But he also knew that the magic of the glen and the wisdom of its weaver could reside within him, woven into the fabric of his being. When he stood to leave, Isola handed him a cloak woven from the finest starlace, its silvery threads shimmering with the captured essence of moonlight. "Wear this when the road grows dark," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, "and remember the light." Nilo took the cloak, his fingers tracing the intricate patterns woven into it. He looked at Isola, his eyes filled with gratitude. "I don't know how to thank you," he murmured. "You already have," Isola replied, her gaze steady and wise. "You've carried the darkness for too long. Now let the light help guide your steps." Nilo left Starlace Glen that day, carrying with him the cloak of stars and the quiet strength of Isola's spirit. He walked with a lighter step, his heart filled with a newfound sense of peace and purpose. And as he looked up at the night sky, he saw not just stars, but threads of moonlight woven into the very fabric of existence, connecting him to the glen, to Isula, and to the dreams that whispered of hope and healing. From that day forward, Nilo carried the wisdom of Starlace Glen within him, drawing strength from the memory of the weaver of starlight and the magic of the glen that had mended his broken spirit. He never forgot the gentle guidance of Isala's spirit or the light that had emerged from the depths of his despair. He lived a life filled with purpose and tranquility, forever changed by the magic of Starlace Glen and the love of a woman who wove dreams into reality. And Isala, the quiet weaver, continued to stitch love and longing into her starlace, welcoming all who sought solace in her glen. Her hands moved with practiced grace, guided by a wisdom born from starlight and memory. Each thread she wove was a testament to the enduring power of dreams and the healing touch of a compassionate heart. As the seasons turned and the years slipped by, Starlace Glen remained a sanctuary of peace and tranquility, a hidden haven where the moon wove its magic and dreams took flight. And so the tale of Isala, the weaver of starlight, and Nilo, the seeker of dreams, echoes through the ages. A reminder that even in the darkest of nights, the stars shine brightest, and the quietest whispers can guide us home. Well, kind soul, our tale has run its threads tonight. If it touched your heartstrings or set a silent melody to hum in your soul, please leave a like and share a memory below. And if you wish to walk more paths with us, weave a dream or two, subscribe to our channel. Until next time, may your own glen of magic wait for you. May your steps be guided by starlight, and may you find comfort in the soft embrace of dreams. Sweet dreams.